This is something that I wear every day, but no one really talks about it. For those who work in healthcare, you already know what this is, but for those who don't, this is my lead apron. And for healthcare providers who work in the operating room, interventional radiology, and the cardiac cath lab like myself, wear these every day to protect ourselves from the continuous X-ray radiation that we are exposed to during the procedures that we are involved in. Now, this is my own personal lead, but in a hospital setting, lead is worn by many different people across many different areas of the hospital and exposed to many different procedures and environments every single day. And after a long day of work, these lead garments are often ripped off our body and thrown onto the nearest rack possible with all of the other lead that has been worn by many different people all day. Because of this, lead aprons are especially susceptible to microbial contamination, but often are not included in hospital infection control initiatives. Many studies have shown that over 80% of lead aprons and over 90% of thyroid collars worn around your neck were contaminated with organisms such as MRSA, Staph aureus, and ringworm. Gross, right? Now, I'll be the first to admit, after a long shift, I'm probably not wiping down my lead. But like other reusable medical equipment, lead should be wiped down before and after use daily. Unfortunately though, wipes alone cannot eliminate all bacteria. Lead is made of a porous material and includes seams, stitches, folds, and buckles that can harbor bacteria and biofilm. What is biofilm, you might be asking? This is something created by bacteria. So basically what happens is bacteria is free floating, and when it lands on a surface, like lead, it starts to multiply and create this biofilm that is a glue-like matrix that holds the bacteria together, adheres it to that surface, and protects it from environmental factors such as disinfectants. So even with daily wipe downs of your lead, it can appear clean, but you could actually have embedded bacteria in the material. Now, this is where the real-world problem comes in, because although we know how biofilm forms and we know how difficult it can be to remove, there is still inconsistent cleaning of lead in the healthcare setting for a number of reasons. That can be due to timing, staffing, or just inconsistent ownership of the task itself. And because of all of the barriers that I just mentioned, unfortunately, this is a widespread issue. In a survey done by the AORN, 78% of healthcare workers reported wearing soiled lead. The governing bodies that set infection control standards in healthcare actually recommend quarterly deep cleanings and disinfection for high-touch objects, which lead absolutely falls into the category of. And the purpose of these quarterly deep cleanings is to break up the biofilm that can't be reached with regular daily wipe downs. I like to think of this like dental hygiene. We brush our teeth in the morning and at night, before and after use. But we still go to the dentist a few times a year for a deep cleaning to reach the areas that we can't at home. Learning all of this information was extremely eye-opening. When I started working in healthcare, I didn't expect to wear lead every day. And once I started, I never educated myself on it, which I think is the case for many people out there, and brings me back to my original point of, it's something I wear every day, but no one really talks about it. For all my healthcare workers out there, if you wear lead, if you know people who wear lead, please like, share, comment, and get this information out there, because this is a real infection control issue happening in healthcare today.